Right? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm being sure to let everybody know you are being recorded.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Our waiver. Hi, Zahara. I enjoyed watching your performance for our Black History Month presentation. When I discovered the county was planning this presentation, I immediately thought of you. You put together a month-long series of events for Black History Month at the Fred Astaire Dance Studio of Dutchess. What inspired you to develop this program?
Well, I was inspired to develop this program for Black History Month because I feel like Black History Month isn't given as much credit as it should be. And especially with everything going on in the world this past year with the Black Lives Matter movement, and police brutality, and just Black people not being recognized for the things that they're able to do and that they have done in the past. I just felt like I needed to use my platform as a Black woman in the Fred Astaire company because I know so many different people within the company. From Tony Dovolani, Karina Smirnoff, who were on Dancing with the Stars, and just so many other big names on people that I knew I would be able to reach. And they could reach other people. I really just wanted to share and bring awareness to all of those things. And in the process, I actually also was able to learn more about my history in itself. They say if you don't know where you came from, you can't know where you're going. So I really enjoyed the process of putting together all of the different programs that we put. Um, and I came up with the idea. I went to my owner, Alex Bessendine, and I said, hey, I really want to do this. I really think it's important. Can we do this? And I stated the list of things that was COVID friendly to be able to do, from an Alvin Ailey group class, who is a famous Black choreographer, who started one of the first Black dance companies for Black dancers, giving them the opportunity to be able to do that because they weren't able to dance. Not People didn't want to hire Black dancers at that time. So I wanted to learn and teach his choreography from his famous Revelations series. And we also did an Afro-Caribbean group class. We did a game night that was trivia, and we played Mancala. And it was just really an awesome experience to have, seeing everybody participate in and just really appreciate everything that I was doing. So really, I loved it. This month was absolutely amazing, and I will never forget it.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. So, this year's national theme is the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity. How do you feel your family background has influenced you in your career as a dancer?
My family's dance background has influenced me because I am an Afro Latina, and my mom is actually an immigrant from Central America, Honduras, and just being Black and having the African roots. With African dancing and movements of the torso and the body, as well as the Latin music. I love Latin music and just dancing to all of those things. So that has definitely played a part in um, me as an individual and as a dancer.
So, as you know, competitive ballroom dancing was developed in England, though many of the competitive dances originated in other countries like Latin America. What dances do you identify with the most, and why is that?
I would say that I identify the most with um, African dancing, just because I love the music. I love moving my body in that way, and I just feel very, very free. I also in ballroom when it comes to ballroom, so that's dancing in general. But when it comes to ballroom, I love the slower dances actually because I feel like it gives me more ability to move my body in a slower way and just prolong certain movements. So I really love like the bolero and the rumba.
Nice. So I've seen you in many ballroom dances competitions thus far. Um, when watching you perform, you often appear to be the only Black woman competing. Can you talk a bit about the representation of the Black community in the ballroom dancing world?
Yes. So, representation of Black individuals in general in the ballroom world is very limited. I've come across a few, and it's really wonderful when I do get to see other African Americans on the dance floor in that area. But I I love being able to be one of the Black women in this area, because a lot of the times you see a lot of Black men. I've literally come across three. I've been dancing ballroom for 7 years, and with my experience going to competitions and events and things, I've literally come across three Black female ballroom dancers. Um, and it's just crazy. You don't see them in the finals. There was a Black female ballroom dancer. She was a Latin dancer. Her name is Matzi Mabuse, and she was a champion. She was number one, I believe, in Germany. So when I found her, that just for me was, I was able to look at her as a role model for myself, to see myself in that area of dance. So for me, doing this means a lot to me, because actually at my very first competition that I went to competing professionally, I I had danced that night, and a woman came up to me later on in the evening with her daughter, and she asked me to talk to her daughter about being a Black woman on the ballroom dance floor. And she literally told me that she didn't want a ballroom dance anymore because she didn't see herself out there. All she saw were white Russian women, girls out there on the dance floor. And she didn't see herself. She didn't see that representation that she could do that. And she also told me that she didn't like the color of her skin. And when she said that to me, I literally came to tears, because it just touched my heart so much. And it reminded me of myself and how I felt as a little girl growing up, being a cheerleader and just loving all these different areas of dance and things like that. And a lot of times, again, you don't see yourself represented, and you just feel like, I can't do that, or I shouldn't do that, because people like me don't do that. So for me, being a Black ballroom dancer, it's really important for me, and I keep going, and I'm doing my best, because I want to be that champion here in America, in the United States, and I want little girls to see me out there and think I can do that. So every time I go to a competition, I see my little friend there, and she's there cheering me on, and I'm there cheering her on, and it's just an amazing thing. So I really just want to be that role model and that representation for other Black little girls out there, to tell them you can be a Black ballroom dancer.
Great. Thank you so much for talking with us today and participating in our presentation. Can you tell us a little bit more about where interested individuals can find out more about ballroom dancing, or maybe following you on social media?
Yes. I want to say also thank you to you guys for asking me to be a part of this. This literally meant so much to me, from planning the month that I did for my own studio, as well as it was open to the public. So just for other people out there, and then being asked to be a part of this, it just made the month even better and more special for me. So really thank you for having me here. And for anyone that is interested in learning about ballroom dancing, learning how to ballroom dance, or anything of the sort, you can follow my studio at Fred Astaire Dance Studios of Dutchess on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and we're also on YouTube, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or you can look me up on Facebook. I am there, Zahara Diego-Moffitt, and you can message me, ask me any questions that you may have. But yeah, we have a lot of things coming up here in the studio, so be on the lookout.
Excellent. I hope to see you soon.
All right. I'll see you soon.